Live. We're live. We're live. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
You are the.
Hi guys, so hi everyone. If you're catching the replay, #replay, if you're watching the recording, bear with us. We're taking just a minute here to welcome everyone, to share this, to tag everyone that asked to be tagged. So hold on.
Yes, and we're so excited to talk about the quantum practices. And when I say actionable, you're going to find out action doesn't mean doing. So it's really fun.
Right. Very good point.
I love it. Okay, so let me share in all the places.
Redefining action and redefining energy practices. And today's topic is another one of our favorites. So I'm really, really excited.
I really am too.
We can start watch parties. This is fun. Okay. Yes, I want to start a watch. No, how do I do this? Okay.
Right.
I'm sorry if you're watching the replay and you have to wait for us to share. I wish Facebook and today's topic is another one.
That is cool. That lets us know that this is working. Hello, hello, hello. No. Oh my God. I'm sharing in all places. I have one more place to share, and then I'm good. How's everybody else doing?
Okay. I'm just tagging Jen, tagging Jennifer, tagging Ingrid, tagging everyone. And then, okay, and then I'm good. I'll just tag the rest of you guys later because Facebook is not helping. Awesome. Okay. So what we wanted to bring you here today, first of all, welcome. If you're just connecting, we're so excited for today's chat. And I feel like we always say this, but it's true. We just love these topics and redefining energy work. And I'm so excited to have you all. So first of all, I want to quickly introduce what we want to bring today, okay, with this live, and then we can introduce ourselves. But first things first, I invite everyone watching, whether you're watching live or just the recording, to take a moment and close your eyes. Just take one big breath in and out. And in this space, just set your intention for this chat, for this transmission, trusting that if you were pulled, there's something here for you, and there's something here that you need to hear right now, that you can activate, that you can awaken, that you can remember. And this will be exactly what you need right now at this point in your journey. Open your eyes and welcome back. So we start already intentionally and already tapping into the quantum with intention, with our energies, with our focus, right? Which I feel like is perfect for what we are bringing with the retreat and with these free trainings. It's redefining what working with energy gets to look like. So what we wanted to bring to you guys today is working with the energy of transmutation, actually transmuting energy. So if there's anything that you are experiencing in the body, in your outer reality, internally, with thoughts, with emotions, and you want to shift that, right? We're talking about transforming an energy and transmuting a specific frequency. So we're working with vibrations. So here it's transforming a frequency that resonates with your current experience, whatever that looks like, and how we can facilitate that process of transmuting that into a different frequency. So your experience, your reflection right? Because then if everything is just a reflection of your vibration, will be something different. So here we'll talk about opening, releasing resistance, holding space for this transmutation process with some practices, some tips, also working with the quantum and calling in energies, the violet flame, and all these things that can assist you in this process. So, Christine, would you like to share who you are, what you do? I'm sure that everyone watching already knows and we already love you, but if you're new, just in case, you know.
Yes, yes. So those of you who have been under a rock and haven't seen the 962 podcasts that Alicia and I have done together, I'm just joking. I'm Christine Michelle, and that's my personality. I am founder and creator of the Aligned Soul by Ana-Hob, which means I am love, brand. And I focus on quantum manifestation and really tuning into who you truly are and really allowing yourself to accept and create space so that you can receive, which is manifestation. And so that's me. That's what I do. That's who I be.
I love you so much. That's incredible. Thank you. And Jessica, would you like to share more about your work, who you are, all the things?
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm Brazilian and I'm based in São Paulo. I'm a master teacher in Magnified Healing, which is an amazing healing technique brought by the Ascended Master Bodhisattva Mother Kuan Yin. And I've been working with the Ascended Master since I was a kid. Today we want to talk about transmutation and especially the violet flame, which is one of my favorite topics. Thank you.
This will be so good. And Natasha?
Yes, so hi everyone. If you don't know me yet, that's okay. So I'm Natasha. I'm originally from Indonesia, but I'm here in Barcelona, Spain for a while now. LIGIA used to also be here. I am the founder of Aku Holistic Health, AKKU. It's actually short for Akarku in Indonesian, which means my roots. And so in my work is that I always go to the roots and heal the roots. I am a somatic trauma coach and a breathwork teacher. So we all have experienced trauma, whether it's something small or can be inherited from past generations. And so I guide you to release your trauma through embodiment practices, and also I also teach breath work to using our breath to change our psychology by changing our physiology. So that's what I do.
Love that. Thank you. And I'll introduce myself too. I'm LIGIA. It's so funny because I'm so connected with all these women. I'm Brazilian. I used to live in Barcelona, and I'm Christine's twin flame. So, and LIGIA means clear voice. So this is what I do. I'm also an energy teacher, healer, and I facilitate energy alchemy through my voice. So this is what I do, bringing reframes, messages, channeled practices into this plane, right? Making it tangible, making it grounded. So I facilitate quantum meditation journeys, movement therapy, and just practices that get you look like whatever we want to. Just before this call, we were tuning in and bringing the vibration of joy, jamming with the guitar, and it gets to be like that. So this is what we want to bring to you guys with our backgrounds and today's topic and the retreat that we have coming up on the 20th. So let's get started with making it tangible, making it grounded. Let's get started with the transmutation. And I'm curious to hear what you all have to, we have different approaches as well. So how you all see the process of transmutation. But one thing that I would like to bring to open this conversation is how this process is less about actively doing or changing something, which it can be a bit, oh, hold on, but didn't I want to shift my reality? So how does this work? Because if I want to shift, we have this expectation that I need to be the one rolling up my sleeve and shifting. I do the shifting, right? And when we bring this reframe, it's less about being the active fixer of what you are experiencing and more about allowing, creating space, less doing and more opening for energy to do its thing. So what do you guys think? How do you see this holding space for energy transmutation rather than being the transmuter, I guess?
No, I love that. I'll jump in first. I was like, I love that because guys, I'm all about the woo plus the do, right? And so I'm all about taking all of this woo-woo energetic frequency thing and then breaking it into an actionable thing. But just because it says action doesn't mean that you have to do anything, which is what I said in the beginning of the call. And so when I think about transmutation, alchemy and all of the things, right? You always had people that said, oh, I'm changing these elements. That's my alarm to make sure that I get on this call one time. They're changing the elements, right? They always were people looking, how do I change gold, this sand into gold, or how do I change this mud into gold, right? So that's when you think about alchemy, think about that, like it's shifting something into something else, right? And that's where transmutation and that word kind of came from, when it was like all about shifting from into, right? And it doesn't mean that you're doing anything or that you have to take action to do anything. And like the shift process that I teach my clients and that I'm teaching in the society, it really is about awareness, right? Acknowledging, allowing it to be okay, being okay with what is, right? Okay with what's showing up and saying, okay, I'm accepting and embracing it. Right? So even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's not fun, even if it's blah, blah, blah. And then for the next process, it's really asking. I always tune into, the ask, believe, receive. It's asking that energy. You've allowed it, you've loved it, you've appreciated, you've embraced it. Asking it to transmute, asking it to, we always talk about rising from your, like I like to talk about all the levels, right? All the layers. So rising from your cells and your tissues and your body and from all of that, and seeing that rising up from all the energetic bodies, and then seeing it, and maybe it's in a different color, and then allowing it to transmute and go back to the earth, and like using that energy to transmute it. And just a light ask while you be, right? There's nothing that you have to do to get it done, but it really is just a light ask, and trusting that when you ask, it's done, and then allowing it to do. That's the way I love to see it.
Amazing.
I love your faces right now. You all are like,
we're just being right now. Like, we don't need to say anything, just be.
Yes.
And Jessica, with the violet flame, how do you see that process? Actually, just one thing that I wanted to bring before we get into the process with the violet flame is I love how you put it. It's opening, and it's again that visualization. If you guys watched our last live stream, I'll make sure to leave a link here. We talked about opening that channel, opening that tube, and then allowing it to flow. Now, it's important to understand energy and understand how energy moves before we intentionally work with energy. And this is something very important. So before we get into how I am moving that energy or giving permission for that energy to move, is understanding that energy flow naturally wants to move and naturally wants to expand. So your role is the container. You are the one that holds space for energy to do its thing. It's the same with intention. It's the same with receiving in the manifestation. If we're looking at how we bring things into the physical. So it's really allowing energy to do its thing and giving that permission.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. There are two things that I would like to highlight regarding the transmutation energy. It's not something new. It's not something like, oh, now we have the transmutation tool. No, we have been using transmutation for a long time. And I even tell my students and my clients that the Bible doesn't say that, but actually he was there already using violet flame to transmute all that energy. So it's something that we always have. And there's another thing that I would like to highlight is that the universe doesn't see things in this duality. Like this is bad, this is good, this is wrong, this is right. So the transmutation works the same way. It's not that it's wrong, it's just requalify and transform the energy to start to vibrate in a higher frequency. So this can be used in ourselves, in our emotions, feelings, relationships, anything. So when we talk about violet flame, I love to actually visualize it. So this is something like this. You see, we have here the violet flame. So when we bring this visualization into our body, into our cells, or anything that we want to improve, you just put the violet flame in it, and you look at it, and this energy, the violet flame, just do its own work. So it's really, really powerful.
I love that. And this is such a powerful process because we're not only working very intentionally with a specific vibration, but we're also stripping down those layers of action and going to the core of what action even is and why it's there. We're going to the intention behind it, why you're doing it, with the intention, with that pure core, the pure essence of what your action step looks like. Isn't it? We have this expectation that we have to do something, and tapping into that energy, I feel like, is the first step.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
And it's super powerful. And I'm curious to hear from Nathasya with the breath work and using, because of course we're talking about pure essence and energies and intentions, but we're still here as humans with a vessel, with a body that holds massive capacity for the transmutation. How do you see the breath in this process?
Oh my gosh. Well, as you have all already experienced, the breath is so powerful and it's something that we forget. So, Christine, you mentioned about energetic bodies. So if you look at breath work, it comes from actually, these ancient yogic teachings. And, in these yogic teachings, you are also taught the different energetic bodies, the different koshas. And so when we are using our breath, yes, we're here in the physical body, but we're also going as well, tapping into these other bodies as well and releasing whatever things that we hold or resistance that we hold in those bodies as well, the trauma, the wound, the pain that's held in there. So I always think of it, the breath, it's like really allowing that energy to flow and like opening you up. Maybe there was a resistance in this area or whatever, then helps you to just like, let's open that area more and more, so then you can manifest or whatever from that place. Like this, it flows better. So you guys have already experienced it. Maybe some of you who are listening have experienced it, maybe not yet. If not yet, you're gonna find out if you come to our retreat. And yeah, it's really, like, honestly, it's so powerful. I can't even describe it anymore. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of breath work, but every time I came to your event, so every time I attended one of Natasha's sessions, I just left completely. There was once that we tried to even record a video afterwards, and I was so out. Ooh, then we ground back and bring ourselves back. But it's a total rebirth. It's insane.
well, yeah, last time you were like trying to look for the bathroom and you just like, I can't. But yeah, it's so powerful, and we forget to use it. You know, emotion is basically energy in motion, right? So we need to allow that energy to flow always, and hack it by using our breath to manipulate that, and so that it can move in a certain way, allowing it to move in however you want it, to open yourself more and allow, because we're talking about allow right now. And also teaches you to trust as well. Because when we are, for example, doing a certain pattern, for example, the ego mind starts to come in and be like, no, don't push anymore. It hurts, it's tiring, or whatever. And then you just fall into the trust. Okay, it's okay. I'm still here. Like, it's safe for me to breathe. It's safe for me to continue. It's safe for me to fall into trust, to receive and allow. So it teaches you physically those things.
Oh my God, we're so aligned, because I was about to bring that up, because you get to a point where, like, for example, it was a circular breath, and it was on the floor, and we were doing an ease activation for the new moon, and one of the participants in the society was like, she's a nurse, and she's like, this doesn't feel, you know, in her mind was like, this doesn't feel right. What am I supposed to do? And then she just kept going with it, and then she surrendered, and then she was like, and then it was like right when she leaned back and stopped resisting and surrendered, it just really opened her up and allowed her to release. And that's how powerful breath work is. And that's why we're starting off with the breath work in the retreat that we're doing, that virtual online retreat you can do from home. And I'm super excited about it, because I will be doing it with all of you. Actually, I absolutely love breath work. So we're going to be participating in all of this together with you.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. And I love how we also bring all elements. It's funny how we are four. Just thought about it. It's very interesting how we all bring these different approaches and different elements, because at the retreat, we're also working very intentionally with the body, with the breath, with the vessel. We work with mindset, conscious mindset, and we bring those practices to seal, to integrate at a neurological level. Then we work with frequency and anchoring, with sense and anchoring specific vibration. And we work with the quantum, bringing the energy of the violet flame. So what you will experience is that 360 mind, frequency, quantum energies, ascended masters, and the vessel, to have that fully immersive experience. So, you know, no big deal. But I wanted to kick off.
It's the full pack.
This full rebirth. You know, how are you doing? We always joke about it, that it's, so what have you been doing? Oh, well, you know, just shedding all layers, reprogramming my frequency and and connecting to the quantum and bringing the violet flame to transmute stagnant energy in my body. But how are you?
Nothing much.
Nothing much. And I wanted to kick off our practice, I guess, section, because we always like to bring tangible things that you guys can do and apply once you come and you hear all these things and it resonates. Amazing. Now, what can you take away and how can you start implementing these things, right? And what I want to bring is, I don't like the word counterintuitive, because it's not that type of intuition, but it goes against our first instinct, I guess. When you look at what you want to transmute, the things you want to shift, the emotions, the things, the reaction, the external material things, okay? So just inviting in already what that is for you. And when you want to shift that, my first practice would be to ask yourself, and this is a contemplation prompt, okay? It's not a journaling prompt for you to rationally explain and write it out and make sense of what is coming up, but rather a contemplation prompt. So really just not even in meditation, but sit for 3 minutes with your eyes open, just sitting, just being and reflecting, holding space for the thoughts that resist that, the emotions that come with that. And the contemplation prompt here is, what if I didn't shift this thing? what if I didn't? So I really want to change this outer thing. What if it didn't? What if it stayed the same? And exploring then the resistance, the emotions, and the thoughts that are behind that, that would come up. Because if you want to change your body, relationship, your house, your car, just inner thoughts and patterns and reactions that you've been conditioned to have, what if you didn't? That's like your gateway mindset wise to get to the core of what's really behind creating those cycles. So you're not focusing on the thing that is the result, vibrationally speaking, you're just looking at the reflection of the thing that you want to shift. Again, I think it's like I don't remember where we brought this up. Maybe it was our live stream, I don't know. But when you're looking at a mirror, and you're punching the mirror, trying to change the reflection, and you punch it and you try to change, you're not going to change the image, because what you're looking is just that reflection being shown back to you. So the same thing here. What if instead of focusing on the thing that you want to shift, you got to work with the things behind it? So that's my practice, my contemplation prompt for you guys. I would like to share another one.
Well, I wanted to just follow back with you and just say the contemplation prompt is so strong. I always bring up, especially in my group, I say that whatever is manifesting, whatever you're seeing in your life, you're seeing it because maybe there's an unconscious commitment, right, to keeping it there. And until you ask yourself, okay, what if this doesn't shift, right? What if this stays the same? Do you unearth those reasons of why it's there, or why what you're allowing to be there, and allows you to, one, can I be in true acceptance of this? Can I be in true sitting of this? Because it's in true acceptance of it that you can release the resistance that's locking it into place. You know what I mean? And then you can go into the transmutation and you create this space and all of that, but it comes from asking the question, like, what if it doesn't change? So I absolutely love it. I love it. So I think Jessica, or Natasha, what you wanted to say something?
Yeah, tangible practice would be the visualization. I think it's very, very powerful. So when we talk about violet flame, I visualize a violet flame, a violet fire. It doesn't burn you, but it will transmute all the energies, thoughts, feelings, anything that is not really, in a very high frequency. So when we talk about visualization, it's actually seeing your body all covered with this violet flame. So maybe in the beginning would be like weird or maybe hard to visualize if you're not used to, but that's okay. At least start to practice and you get used to the energy, get used to the mentalization. So when you visualize all this violet flame, this violet powerful fire, all covering all your body, and you just let it flow, and you let this violet flame coming inside your body, and you actually can see this violet flame in your cells, in your DNA, in your mind, in your heart, or any place that you might feel, a painful energy there. Just let it flow and let the violet flame do its own job. You don't have to do much. You just have to visualize the violet flame coming to you. And you can also, for example, put in your living room, in your bedroom, in all over your house or your car. It doesn't matter.
I love that. So you also invite the violet flame into places and environments, not only your body.
Correct. Yes. For example, you're going to a meeting and you're like, I don't know, you're going to talk to your boss or any person, and you like visualize that person covered with the violet flame. Or you're going to a surgery, or I don't know, you're going travel, you are going to the airport and you're afraid of flying. You just cover the violet flame into that, you know, a person, the feeling, an object, a car, it doesn't matter.
I love that. Super powerful.
Yeah. So I wanted to add in, especially to what you guys were saying in the beginning about acceptance, and LIGIA, you were saying about what if I didn't shift this. Now I want to bring in awareness, because perhaps some of us don't realize this. Know that pain, or like a sign of charge, can also exist at the same time with your resource. As in, for example, if you're feeling really warm in your heart, but then you feel like your lower back is feeling activated, feeling a charge, like there's tension there. But know that the two can exist at the same time. So that's something that I want to bring in, and know that it's not one or the other. It can be the two both at the same time. And that's what it is like when we talk about acceptance as well. And yeah, acknowledging that is so powerful, because when it comes to these things, most of the times we're like, no, I don't want that bad thing. I just want this thing that makes me feel good. But know that, that bad thing perhaps is there to, bring your, okay, now for example, if my heart feels warm, but my lower back feels painful, now I can use the warmth that I feel in my heart area to move to my lower back and send that same feeling to that lower back, and see if there's a shift there. But yeah, it's about existing, know that the two can exist at the same time.
That's such an important thing to remember, and it goes back to a practice that we shared also in the other live stream, allowing the tension, the contraction, and the softness, and allowing and space to coexist. It doesn't have to be one or the other. So that's very empowering, actually.
Yeah.
And we have a question about the violet flame. So Jessica, Wendy's asking, the violet flame, is that similar to a silver violet flame? I've heard of using that before for transmutation.
Well, some people are, it's very challenging to actually picture the right color, the right, if you just tune in with the violet flame, it doesn't really matter like what kind of violet is, a silver violet or brighter or darker violet. Just bring the violet flame, but it's the violet flame for you. You can maybe research on Google to actually practice your mind and see different images or pictures. I think we have to play with our imagination and bring, this violet flame more alive to our, body and mind. But if you just connect with the violet flame, it doesn't matter if it's brighter or darker, and the intention is very powerful. When you sit down and you close your eyes and you're like, okay, I'm transmuting that energy, the violet flame just do its job, because it's very intelligent. We're working with divine energy. So I always joke about this. I'm like, the ascended masters, or the light beings, they're not like, oh, she's not picturing the right color, I'm not gonna help her, I'm not gonna help him, he forgot to do this, she forgot to do that. It's not how it works. It's just so much love, support, and help from this divine universe. So just stick with the violet flame and make your intention right, and do with your heart, with your essence, and it's going to be just fine.
I love that. Thank you. And is there an actionable, easy breathwork practice that we can bring when we feel that I want to shift something?
When we feel that I want to shift something.
When you want to bring transmutation, if we're talking about is less of an active transmutation, but more creating space and allowing. What are some favorite practices to say, okay, I allow this to be, I create space so energy can do its thing and I can call in the violet flame.
So it's the one that I shared with you. You know, the one that you said you've been doing. Yeah. So if it's with sitting with your spine tall, of course, and so you're going to inhale through the nose, and as you inhale, opening up your chest area, you know, curving your spine a little bit, and then exhale through the mouth. As you exhale through the mouth, rounding the back, and then as you inhale through the mouth this time. Again, opening up the chest, opening up the heart space, and now exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. So it's you always alternate between the inhale and exhale between the nose and mouth, and you're creating more space when you are inhaling and exhaling, because as you inhale you expand more, and as you exhale you're contracting. You're also physically contracting. You're literally creating space in your physical body, but of course your other energetic bodies as well. You're using the breath, and allow your breath to continue without pauses. Let them be long and deep. It's not about speed here, rather taking the time and being, of course, being with that. Yeah.
And working with the spine is so good. I've been practicing this every morning, so I can attest. It's really hard to create space.
Yeah, it really creates space. I mean, it feels so good, and it's so easy to do. It's so easy.
How long do you suggest for the audience? Like maybe we can do it for a little bit for everyone so that they can feel how it is and they can take this practice with them.
Yeah, sure. So it's for 3 minutes. Do you want to do the whole entire 3 minutes?
Yes.
We're practicing. Awesome.
Is that a yes? I was like, yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, guys.
Bring breath work. We're in. We're always give me breath work.
Yes, and plus this is something that you can take with you, literally. So if you're sitting on a chair, you can have your feet grounded on the ground, or if you want to sit cross-legged, just make sure that they are well supported, and having your spine lengthened. Go ahead and close your eyes here. But first, we're just going to observe our breath. How is it flowing? Without trying to change, just noticing how it's flowing. Now just rolling your shoulders back to open up the heart space more. All right, now let's begin with inhaling through the nose. And as you inhale, really opening up your chest. Inhale deep through your nose and exhale through the mouth. Rounding your back. Inhale through the mouth. It's as if you're taking a big sip of the air and exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now take a big sip of the air through the mouth, like you're slurping a noodle. Exhale through the nose. Keeping your spine flexible here. Simply be with the movement, be with the breath. Continue moving at your own pace. See if you can deepen your breath and deepen your movement each time. Feel yourself expanding as you inhale, and contracting as you exhale. Allow the breath to become fluid without pauses in between. Be with the breath, be with your breath, and be with your movement. Keep going, doing great. See if you can deepen your movement and your breath each time that you go further. Will you allow yourself to be flexible? Allow your spine to be flexible. And last exhale, coming back to the center. Finding your center, you can sway your body left and right, forward and backward to find your center. Feeling your chair or the ground underneath you. Returning to your normal breath. Allowing your belly to relax. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the space. So, great.
Thank you. It was so good. Thank you so much.
It's very, very relaxing, and it's very centering as well.
I love that. And if you guys are watching live, if you're following the practice with the recording, let us know what comes up and how you feel this. We're talking about shifts, how you feel this shift, how you feel your breath, now your space. I feel my chest expanded and the belly. Like there's just so much space as I'm breathing, and it goes full circle. I love it. How we were talking about, what we were talking about in the beginning, how we can train the body to a certain frequency or to hold space, to contract or to allow. And we're teaching the vessel to react in a certain way and to allow energy to flow in a certain way. So this is super powerful. And this is just a little bit of what you guys will experience on the 20th. So I want to remind you guys that until tomorrow, correct me if I'm wrong, until I'm in Europe, until late, my midnight, I guess. That's what we said. Fast action bonus. Okay, so by joining the retreat, the coming back home retreat, that you will have this fully immersive retreat experience that is not a class, it's not a video that you watch, it's not one single practice that you tune in, you watch us like you're on Facebook, you follow and you go back. This is a fully immersive retreat experience. So we will be a full day packed with guided practices and a group practicing together in a sacred container, exactly as it would be with a retreating person. And we'll go through all these layers, working with energy, grounding, working with frequency. And by joining today, you also get one extra session with us. So one hour call with all of us to help prepare the kind of create space energetically and prepare your vessel and all your layers for the work that we'll do on the 20th. So you come even more open and expanded to make the most out of the practices that we're bringing on the 20th. And would you guys like to share what you are the most excited about for the retreat and what they can expect from the practices that you're guiding?
Well, I am actually excited for them that they will also get the recordings, which is amazing. I think it's so amazing because you'll be able to go back to the practices and all the bonuses. I mean, I mean, wow, the bonuses are crazy. And of course, I mean, for me, I'm excited for the whole entire journey because it's literally a journey. Like what LIGIA was saying, it's not just a class. Like, oh, I attend this class and that class. It's an entire journey. Like everything is related. Like, what I'm doing, I'll be, opening you guys up for to receive, to allow and receive for Jessica's practices and Christine's and LIGIA will integrate everything together to help you more and apply in your daily life. So I'm super excited about that.
I love that. Yeah. And Jessica with the violet flame. Oh, sorry.
No. Go. That's what I was about to say, Jessica and the violet flame.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to offer you you all this because it's been such a powerful tool for me and for my clients, and I have been seeing so many changes when we start using Valley Flame and all this transmutation tools that we are offering to you guys, and it's been we have developed with so much love and we thought about each detail for you. So it's really, there's a lot of love and support from us to all of you. So it's really amazing. I feel so blessed to be in this collective energy with all of you because we're going to do this together.
Yeah.
Co-creation.
Yeah. It's a beautiful way that you put it, LIGIA and Tasha and Jessica, because it did all come together, one, at the perfect time. And when we were like inspired to all come together, that all came from soul because we didn't know what was going to happen or what could have happened. And it just came together so seamlessly because it was exactly what was ready to be, that was definitely needed in the world right now. And so what I love about this virtual online experience, right? It's a retreat experience. You get from the welcome call and you get the goodie gift basket on your bed that you'll receive with all of the goodies. I mean, I counted, I think there's over 13 amazing like gifts, vouchers, like things that you get to workshops, master classes, calls with Jessica. Like there's so much that we are giving, and it's because we know that our gifts are needed right now at this time. And so when we put together this retreat, it all flowed in everything that we were going to provide, from this amazing breath work. You got 3 minutes of it, and we're going to do an whole hour in the retreat. And I mean, imagine the shifts and the changes and the transmutation that happens there. And then from there, you go into Jessica, who's going to do the violet flame, but then also the threefold flame. And like, there's everything, like that's everything. And so, and then from there, like your vibration is there. And then from there, I'm doing the heart coherence, and we're focusing on heart connection and opening you up and lifting the vibration even higher than where you were after the threefold flame, and then locking in that frequency by anchoring it with a scent anchor. And then from there, we move to LIGIA, that's going to ground everything and make it all real, mind, body, and soul. And it's freaking amazing the way everything came together. And what we're offering for you is to, like, if you're feeling a little bit out of sorts, and if you're feeling like you want to come back to home, to who you truly are, this is the perfect thing that will help you to release, to ground, and you'll have things to take home. Like you'll be opened up, grounded, and then you'll be able to bring yourself back to this frequency with that scent anchor, so that this isn't just something that you did one Saturday. It's something that you'll be able to take with you for the rest of your life.
So integrating bodies, so super powerful. We're leaving the link here so you can find all the info. You can sign up, get the extra code, get your fast action bonus, all the other bonuses that are amazing with meditations and courses and everything that you guys explained already. So we're so excited. and so open with so much love, holding so much space for all of you. So I want to, oh, just before we go, I want to read the comments. Melba says, amazing, that felt great. Jen says, I love that exercise. I have done breathwork before, but that was so expensive. That felt so good. Love that. And Wendy says, love that. Thank you, Natasha. I feel so relaxed and connect with my body. So see, this is already creating space with 3 minutes of a practice. So imagine this tied together with all the other practices in a full, journey, like we said. So I want to thank you guys, here, watching live, watching replay, everyone connecting with this live stream. Like we said in the beginning, we intended for this chat, this activating chat to deliver exactly what you needed to hear. So also trusting that what this triggers, whether in the body, in your thoughts, is exactly where you needed to look at. We're working with divine guidance and intentions. Everything is energy, and so is this exchange. So I'm so grateful for you guys watching, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Bye.
Bye.